These are climbing French bean plants my friend has grown in his greenhouse. These need to go out in the ground. I'm going to plant them in here between the broad beans. Broad beans will be out of the ground in another couple of weeks. We're already picking these pods. But while they're here, they're going to provide some protection for these young plants, which are still a bit tender. In particular, they protect them from the wind, which is very strong and drying at the moment.
So did you say these were climbing French beans?
These are climbing French beans.
Okay.
So when we put these in, we must put in some sticks.
Yeah.
They won't be climbing for another week or two. But
right. Hey, I've got an idea. We could make some sort of tripod or climbing wigwam type structures out of hazel. And use that, because we've got a lot of hazel we cut last year, and that would be a good use for it, wouldn't it?
And I have heard that beans prefer to climb up something like hazel rather than bamboo.
Actually, I said hazel, I meant to say willow.
Could be hazel or willow, but the roughness of the bark helps the beans to grip, and they actually climb faster up something like that than bamboo canes. And also, it's much better for us to use our locally grown produce rather than import.
I notice you're planting those with, you're taking those out with as much of the soil ball or compost
and I'm not
ball.
separating them off into individual plants. I don't want to break the roots up too much.
Put them out to the obviously grown like that, the roots are all going to be intertwined. So
I'm just sort of pulling out a clump like that.
Yeah.
I could tease them all out and grow them individually, but I don't want to do that, damage the roots. They'll be fine in little groups like that, they'll find their own.
Do we get much slug damage as well? I mean, will you get some of these sort of destroyed by...
Yeah, although the slugs aren't too bad this year because it's been
You're putting these quite close together, I see.
Yes, but it's only going to be a single row. So when these broad beans are finished, these have got a lot of space. I don't think there'll be a problem. And as you say, we'll probably lose a few anyway.
I find that with gardening, people offer a range of opinions, don't they? There's so many things in life. I think it's good to listen to numerous teachers and triangulate, let's say, see what they all agree on, and then work it out for yourself. And of course,
it's useful to have a range of different options because the weather is different from year by year.
Yeah, soil, climate. I'm always a bit cautious when people give absolutely precise directions. I mean, sometimes, of course, that's appropriate. Like when I'm trying to fix my broken handheld computer, I need precise instructions. Can't find any. But yeah, we're planting. There are general principles, aren't there, which are generally true, and lots of variation due to soil, season. And some of the friends who are following us on the World Wide Web are having a spring much later than ours. We've got no rain here. Some people are getting too much rain. Like the poor folks in Mississippi.
We're now in the third month of virtually no rain. We did have a good weekend of rain previous weekend, and that's been it really for about.
Wasn't it a good job that Chris and Andreas put those water butts up to collect the water from the side of the house roof, and they did that thankfully just in time, so now all that rain was captured.
So we can water these, because some years we don't water our vegetables at all. I would water something like this that I'd just planted, but then they wouldn't get watered again normally. But if you put a lot of manure and compost into the soil, it holds the...
So obviously these are not going to, these plants you're putting out now, they're not going to get full sun, are they?
No.
They're going to get some sun, but they're not going to get full sun. On the other hand, the let's scan back to give you more of a view of what's going on. But they're going to get obviously shelter from the wind.
They will need full sun in order to grow, to flower and to seed well.
Yeah.
That first week, while they're becoming established, they'll be protected from the wind and the fierce sun, so that their roots can get established before they dry out too much.
That's yeah. So this is just part of the whole technique of trying to get the absolute maximum out of your soil, achieve as much as you can.
If you've got a nice cultivated patch, if you keep growing crops in it, you keep it nice. If you take out a crop and then just leave it, just go back to weeds in no time at all.
Yeah. Okay, well, just leave that and say it's 15th of, today is the 15th, we're in a vegetable patch here, of May, and first of the overwintering onions. Look at this.
Beautiful.
15th of May.
Those were planted in November.
Right. Okay, better do some more work. Finally, there's the espalier, one of the pears. We unfortunately have had a hit of pear midge. It wasn't as bad as it would have been because of the spray, but and sex.